Hey everybody, Warren Graham, and this is the vlog for February 7th, 2013. I'm here with one of my best friends, Nkechi Feaster, also known on Facebook as Inner Peace. I'm getting interviewed today, so I don't know what she's about to ask me. I swear, this is not scripted. This is real stuff. Took a break from writing, and so now she's going to introduce herself a little bit. And
hello, everyone. I'm Inner Peace, Nkechi Feaster. I've been writing since I was about 12 years old, and now at 37, I'm ready to make it a career. So this is part of me working towards that, interviewing Mr. Graham here.
Mr. Graham.
Welcome.
Okay, so as usual, part of the vlog, normally I take a lot of questions, I take questions. I had a bunch of questions last week that was good. Some a little mean-spirited, but oh well, the show goes on. This week, she's going to ask me all the questions. I did receive one really good question, and I did post it. So, Mike, I hope that I answered it. And I hope that you're seeing it. If not, it's on the page. So, scroll down. The answer is there. If you didn't get it or if you can't see it, shoot me another inbox message or email, and I will make a special vlog for you if you can't find it. So now I guess I'm in the hot seat. So. Okay, I hate to interrupt this for a second. When people say so, I'm about to get in trouble. Okay, I'm ready.
What's the name of your book?
The name of my book is New World Revelation, Chronicles of a Black Sheep.
How old are you?
I am 36.
36.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess one of the most interested answers people would want to hear is, at 36 years old, what do you feel makes you anywhere close to an expert enough to feel you can write a book?
Oh, wow. I really can't answer that. I mean, really, the whole thing is life experience. You have people who have practical knowledge, just like with any job. You have practical knowledge, which is based on doing, being there. Then you have, theoretical knowledge, which is great. However, sometimes, and for some people, you have to, get your hands dirty in order to know what you're talking about. So I just decided to write the book based on my life, my mistakes, my ups, my downs, and, really trying to highlight one particular subject that seems to separate a lot of people, and that's being a felon, making mistakes, being categorized as no good, threat to society. I was told at one time by not Judge Green, but by former Assistant District Attorney Ken Eichner. I think he works for AT&T now. And I just wanted to basically put my notation in the book about that, because we as returning citizens, ex-cons, whatever you want to call us, have been given a real bum rap. And in the book, I describe us as the only legally discriminated against group in America. And I find it really disheartening, especially because most of us really want the regular life. We really don't want the street life after a while. I mean, it really, when we were young and immature and a lot of us hopeless, there came that point where we decided to say, okay, this is not for us. And even sometimes when you decide that something is not for you, you still do it for a while. That's just like with anything else. Bad relationships, a job, choice, So that's one of the reasons why I decided to write this book, and also to really crush a few demons in my past and being able to look at it and move forward from that.
Okay. So, we all understand perception to be based on many different things. Economic status, education, the environment you grew up in, your culture, your race, your sex, your weight, your height, many, many, many different things. So it's a matter of perception. What do you have an overall perception coming from this book, given that your experiences have taken you to the places that you have, and you've learned the things that you have learned enough to warrant a book? Do you feel you have one overall perception that you want told, or many different snippets? Because no one person is one-dimensional.
Absolutely. Excuse me. I do have many different snippets. Everyone is influenced by life as a whole. How you got to step 8, you got influenced through step 1 through 7. So there are different areas of my life, other facets of my life that were influenced along the way. Even the way I think today was influenced based on a struggle or other influences in my life. So I just basically said, okay, well, I'm gonna take all these lessons and really put it out there, along with trying to attack in some cases some perceptions, because when the overall public has a particular perception of who they think a guy like me is, then it really makes it bad. Because you have one guy who may be doing a good job and companies don't want to hire him because of what his record says. Before we take the time to say, okay, let me talk to him first. Let me see where his head is first. And you can find that out by talking to people. So I really wanted to write that. I really wanted to write that book for that too, the perceptions of us in particular. Because there are some bad people out here, and then there are some people who just made mistakes. There are some people who just got caught, And what's funny is that we see in the news over and over again that a lot of us get attacked by this one person, and then in a couple weeks or a couple months, you see that same person that attacked us or attacked this type of person or attacked this type of person on trial or getting arrested and getting charged for doing the exact same thing. So a lot of times, graduating from the school of hard knocks could actually help some people, given the situation and given their environment. So definitely, I agree that it's a lot of different facets involved,
which I'm sure will make a great book. Definitely. So, if you could dedicate this book to someone, even if you haven't already thought about it off the top of your head, who would it be to?
My children. And I did. I have 7. 7. I dedicated to each one. And my caption will read that the only thing that can stop you is you. Because I wouldn't be in this situation if I quit. If I didn't want to keep pressing for change and didn't want to keep bettering myself. So even though I made mistakes along the line, I still had that overall goal to be a better person, especially for my children. A lot of times I felt like I didn't get that credit. And then I realized it's not about the credit. It's all about the end result. So my credit is going to come when they grow up, and my credit is going to come when I finally can see them really be happy and moving in a direction opposite of what I did, So when they come to their crossroads in life, they'll go the best possible route.
Well, you sound like a good father, and the least one who really loves his children.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so, how long do we have to wait for this wonderful piece of work?
At the current rate, we're looking to late spring, early summer. The book will be released. I have to give, a huge measure of gratitude to Miss Shanice Taylor, Unlimited, for helping me write this book. She has been great and very responsive and very understanding of me digging down and writing this book. So it's been some levels has been kind of tough going over certain subjects and going back and even still in writing this book, facing demons. So
So this book is therapy for you, not just you wanting to get a story out.
Yeah, absolutely. I was told that by another very good friend of mine that I didn't forgive myself, and she was right. This book is going to help me do that, because sometimes when you do certain things and it burns a hole in your soul, you really have to heal it. And sometimes you have to heal it by being able to say, look, this is where I'm from, this is what I did, and I'm sorry. And that's the best I can do so I can move on for my children. Because I find that in saying that, I find that sometimes, even when dealing with like my older children, like my son and my oldest daughter, I get a little riled up when I see that they want to teeter on that line. They want to start approaching that line, and I'm like, oh no, not gonna happen. So, and in doing that, it's going to help me be able to communicate with them better. And even in writing this book, like I talk to them about that. So, it's definitely going to help me as a person.
What else do you have planned other than this book? I'm sure this is just the beginning.
Yeah, this is the serious book. This book is very serious. Okay, first off, the motivation for me to write the book came from a few different things. I had to come up with a way to raise money for the original business that I tried to start, that I want to start. I took 3 years and wrote a business plan and researched in the outdoor sporting goods industry. So because fishing is my love, it's my passion. My children love it. So, and that's something that we bonded with and over the years. So, that's something that I wanted to do. However, because of today's market, I was like, man, I couldn't get a loan. Finding investors that weren't holding so tightly to their money was starting to get a little hard. So all the avenues explored, I said, well, wait a minute, I have an idea already that I wanted to do. And I actually wanted to do it post-business startup. But I said, okay, I rearranged and juggled some things around. I said, you know what, this would be a good idea to help me raise money and capital for that, plus get my message out there. I wanted the book to actually be the happy ending book. And then when I realized, wait a minute, I'm in it. I'm in it thick, and I'm not going to be able to have the happy ending book just yet. So I started the book out, like letting people know this is not the happy ending book, the pursuit of happiness book. It'd be great if it were, but it's not. The book starts out with me at this crossroads that I'm in right now, and I'm at the crossroads, like as we're doing this interview. That's the level in my life right now. So the book came first, hoping to help do that, to raise money. We already are discussing another book, a little less serious than this book, but it's going to really hit the relationships between men and women, and how the men and women of my life have really battled back and forth. So that book is going to be a little less serious, a little more playful, because overall, I've had really good women in my life that I've had to acknowledge later on. So that's one project that's in the loop right now. Also, possibly a screenplay.
Would that be based on one of the books?
Yes, the screenplay is probably gonna be based on New World Revelation. So,
how'd you come up with that title?
New World Revelation. I just came up with it one night. I woke up and I wrote it down. I wrote it down, and it fit. It fit good, because even with all the mistakes I've made, all the accomplishments that I have made up to this point, it really helped to change my mind in the way I think about things. Like things I would not normally be serious about. I got serious about it. And things that I didn't get serious about, I was serious about, I realized that they weren't that important. So a lot of my values changed. And it was just like that, like a real revelation, like waking up one day and everything that you thought you knew was different. So.
That sounds like something I can't wait to read. Hopefully you too.
Thank you.
Cool.
You talking about me reading or them reading?
Both.
Oh. Y'all gonna read it? Okay, I'm getting a little silly. I've been up, like, really working at this feverishly. I don't even use words like feverishly, but that is seriously. Thank you so much for liking the page. For those who have not liked the page, who may be watching this on YouTube, my page is New World Revelation, Chronicles of a Black Sheep. And we're there. For anybody who wants to contact me, you can inbox me on the page, or you can contact me at warrengraham76@gmail.com. I'm on LinkedIn. I am on Twitter at New World Rebel. And I take any and all questions. We do also have the roundtable discussion coming up, and that's going to be really fun, because you get to really see real life conversations. It won't be scripted. It won't be no cuts, no blurbs, no beeps, no nothing. It may get a little hot, but we're all friends, so we're working on that now, getting everybody together. We have a lot of people interested in coming, and so we're going to try to accommodate as many people as we can without it being too stuffy. We don't want to make it into a great big production. Just something serious, and we're going to talk about real serious topics. I mean, because we really got to get the real serious stuff out there. Because, 1 minute we're looking for Bin Laden, and the next minute, the president is under fire for wearing a pair of Nikes, and it's crazy, and we got to stop that. So thank you for tuning in. This is the Friday vlog. Stay tuned. We're going to have another session next week. You might even meet one of the characters in the book. I don't know that yet. Maybe. Thanks. Good night.
Good night.
Rest easy.